Hi guys, it's Gareth here from Heartfelt Horsemanship. Just thought we'd put together a little bit of a video showing Alpha Wax Explosion's progress. Working on a little bit of sideways here. You're not sure why we would use sideways. We want to teach sideways on the ground before we deploy it under saddle. And it's an important aspect for flying lead changes, getting them bent in a circle. Now, if you remember correctly, Explosion had a major issue with the bridling process, and Explosion will be ridden a bit, so we're preparing him for that. Although we don't ride with the bit, we don't put reins on just yet. We have him carry the bit for every ride, and as you can see by this, go back over the old videos, compare what he was like with the bridling process. He's improved exponentially. So the next step in this process, we will start connecting reins and have two sets of reins, one for the halter and one for the bits, and just let it get used to the feel of being guided by the bits before taking off the halter connections. Now we're leaving in the anti-flight check circuit to show, if you pay close attention, see the improvement of its flexibility. Speed is still out behind him, and he is a young horse. The continued work will allow him to carry himself. You'll see a little later in this video he is starting to step underneath himself. It was a nice soft lateral flexion, but he still had to rebalance himself after. And I always allow that, as long as they're not running off. I will allow them to take a few steps, and then if they were continue to walk, then I would bend them around again. As he gets further along, you'll find his feet will stand under him, and he will just bend to his body. The hindfoot of his engagement, far more responsive than in earlier videos. And that exercise, as well as causing him to calm down and relax, it also has him engage that hindquarters a lot more. You watch now, this inside hind leg is behind the other one, so it takes a little more effort to the hindquarter disengagement. So he will start preparing his feet a little bit better because he realizes it takes more energy. Still going up to phase 3 for this forward movement on occasion. As he gets into it, you'll see he's actually getting a little bit more motivated, but the early stages of the ride, I'm not 100% sure he should be moving forward. Recording this voiceover the day after the footage was filmed. Today we started actually dropping that head when he was doing his backup. So we're seeing fantastic progress every day in both his spots and his strength. Back near the end of this video, we got a little footage from this morning, and you'll see how much deeper he's stepping. One of the reasons we do rollovers is what I just did there. Besides building flexibility and causing relaxation, it really has the horse step under and stops it from dropping the forehand, dropping the shoulder in front, making them more flexible in their turns. Now, between all this stuff, we are still working with groundwork over jumps, up and down tabletops. Nothing crazy, jumping about 50 centimeters of groundwork still. But now we might put in a combination of having to go over a jump, turn around and go the other direction. We are working on over crossing folds, push it a bit, see the crossing fold line there. At this stage we're not terribly particular about it, as long as he's going over and starts to watch his feet, we're happy. Now the other area that xplosion struggled with when he came to us, he wasn't too keen on standing around getting saddled up. He wanted to move around and jiggle, so he's doing fantastically here. I've just got that rope thrown over the crook of my arm and he's standing dead still for the process. There's groundwork. This is this morning, moving nice and freely at the canter. There you see that deeper step. He's carrying his neck in a far better position, and that's on a loose rein. And it's very important to remember that self-carriage is not from contact. We have all these exercises, the rollover, transitions. That's all to get them to carry themselves. You don't have to pick up on their face. In fact, you often cause a horse to hollow if you pick up on their face before they are engaging properly. The trot is upward transition is speed comes up when he hollows a little. We're working on that. I have one of our apprentice students with us at the moment, so part of her learning experience is module 5, which is young horse development. So she's been participating in his development at the moment. So you see that rollover that I showed earlier in this video, it's a day apart and there's much freer in it. So Loretta has a ride on xplosion in the next few clips. We'll put together in the next lot of his progress videos.